Traders come into the Forex market for a variety of reasons, mainly three. And these three reasons are: one, to make a little extra money, to make some passive income. Two, they're trying to get rich from trading. It's their way out of poverty. That's the class that I fell into whenever I began trading. And three, they're just trying to trade their own money better than a bank can, or better than some other investor. And no matter which of those categories you fall into, in today's video, I'm going to present to you some of the most valuable information that can help you on your path to reaching your desired goal of being a professional trader. And why do I know this can help you do that? It's because this analysis and strategy I'm going to teach you in today's video is exactly what allows me to make predictions exactly like what I'm going to show you right now. Take a look at a short clip from our previous YouTube video. And what am I paying attention to next on the dollar yen? We're actually already coming into, let me change this to black to make it easier to see. We're already coming into that level of resistance that I'm going to be paying attention to for possible shorting opportunities. Now, why am I paying attention to this level? So right at the time of last week's video, the market was right here. And I was predicting and said I would be looking for possible shorting opportunities from that prediction, based on that prediction, from this area in red between 107.25 and 106.75. Let's take a look at what happened. The market tests that level and immediately pushes down. Now, the analysis behind this trade is exactly what I'm going to share with you today. The technical analysis that I used, the strategy I used in order to make this prediction, and the strategy I used to make this prediction each and every week. I use this each and every day. I use this before I trade. I'm going to show you that right now, and I'm also going to show you my analysis on the top 5 major pairs, using this to give you an insight into what I'm looking for the remainder of this week and going into next week on the top 5 major pairs in terms of structure levels and optimal trading zones. And again, giving you the skill to do this analysis yourself throughout the video. I'll be teaching it as well. So if that sounds interesting to you, make sure you click that subscribe button to the right hand side below the video. Make sure you click that like button, follow us on the socials, and I'll see you directly after the intro and disclaimer to teach you the strategy that will make you look like a psychic in the Forex market. Welcome back, guys. So here we are on the euro dollar chart, and what I'm going to do is teach you this very simple strategy that can help you predict market moves like a psychic in the Forex market. And it's going to be so simple that you are going to be able to understand it completely with absolutely no problems, even if you're a complete beginner. Now, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to take and delete everything off the chart right now. Completely deleted. I don't need the moving average at all. I need nothing on my charts. This is how you can trade a completely blank chart. So let's take a look at the chart now. The next thing I'm going to do is place a horizontal line exactly where price is. From this point, all I'm going to do is take a look above where price is and below where price is at the most recent levels of structure from where price is at this exact moment. So right now, we're at 1.1086. The most recent level of structure from that is right up here at around 1.12. Because of that, I'm looking at 1.12. I'll place a horizontal line on that level. And the only thing I do, because I have already found the most recent level of structure by placing a horizontal line here and looking up, I know my most recent level of structure is right here. With that being the case, all I do is ask myself, has this level been tested multiple times? More than twice? 1, 2, 3. That's all I need, although we have 4, 5, 6 back through here. So with this being the case, this area around 112 even, 1.12 even, is an area on the euro dollar that I'm going to be paying attention to. And since the market is currently below it, I'll be paying attention to it as resistance for possible shorting opportunities. So I'm going to change the color of this line to red. And I know now that that's a level I'm paying attention to for shorting opportunities. I do this 2 times. So let's go above the red line and find the next level of structure. And we can define structure as a level that's broken through a previous structure level, something like that. So let's find the next level of structure. Right here's the next level of structure. Let's take a horizontal line, place it on that level, scroll back a bit. Was this level tested multiple times? We have 1, 2. We have 3, 4, 5. Yes, this level was tested multiple times. So if the market pushes up, now at this point, what's important to understand, right now, I know what I'm going to do on the euro dollar. If I'm trading in this way, just based on structure, then I know what I'm going to do on the euro dollar for probably the next week or two. I know exactly what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks, and I don't know what's going to happen. That was a wrong way of saying it. I know exactly what I'm going to do based on what happens. If this market pushes up, I know the levels I'm paying attention to for possible bounces down. And those levels consist of around 1.12 and 1.128. That's the two levels on the euro dollar I'm going to be paying attention to for possible shorting opportunities. That would be pretty much trend continuation because we are in a downtrend, although it's more of a consolidating downward channel. We're going to call it a downtrend. So in this case, my two trend continuation opportunities come around 1.12 and 1.128 on the euro dollar. Those are the two places I'll be looking for trend continuation at. Now, with this being a catalyst, if the market, not a catalyst, with this being, what's a word for another scenario? With this being another scenario. So with another scenario being the market breaks through this level of structure right here, because if that's the case, then this black line you see is going to be an area I look for a pullback and a shorting opportunity from. But let's go ahead and move on with the rest of what I was talking about earlier. These are my two levels of resistance that I'm going to be paying attention to for shorting opportunities. From my black line, now what I do is look below that black line for my most previous levels of structure. And you guessed it, I look for two different levels. The most recent level of structure below that black line is going to be right here, my level of support. I'm going to label that with just a green line. I'm going to scroll the chart back and ask myself, was this level tested multiple times? Yes, it was. We have a test of support that we just saw. We have resistance here. We have support here. We have at least three times. Cool. I'm in. That means that's a level I'll be paying attention to for possible long opportunities. So within this week or next week, if the euro dollar pushes down to 1.1028, that's a level I'll look for some possible counter trend long opportunities out of the euro dollar. Now, let's go down some more. If I scroll out, what's the next most recent level? If we know our green line was the level we just pointed out, all we have to do is go below that. Right here is the next level of structure. So another horizontal line, place it there. We can see already we have over 3 tests of that level. That being the case, this is another level on the euro dollar that throughout the next couple of weeks, I will be looking for possible long trades out of. These are extremely accurate levels that can provide a bounce in the market. These are the levels I want to be trading around on like a 4-hour or 1-hour time frame with my actual strategy. So here we have it. This is exactly what I used in the video you just saw previously of me doing analysis on the dollar yen before the intro and disclaimer. This is exactly what I used in order to do that. I look at where price action is. I look above price action and point out two levels, the two most recent levels that have more than 2 tests. So I need 2 levels that have multiple tests of resistance or support. I look below price action for counter trend trades if we're in a downtrend like we are here on the euro dollar, and I look for levels most recently. The most recent 2 levels were here, and the second most recent level we had on this pair was right here. So I look for that was a huge circle. So I look for those 2 levels, and those are the 2 levels I'm going to be trading around when it comes to counter trend trades on the euro dollar. Let's move on now to the dollar yen. I'll do the same thing on this pair, and on this pair I actually want to explain a little bit about what you saw. So let's say the market's right here, and what I mean by this is look to the very right edge of your screen right here. Let's say this is where the market is right now. At that point, ask yourself, what was the most recent level of structure that was broken? Right here, right? So if you put a horizontal line right at that level, and we color it red because it's going to be resistance, has it been tested multiple times? We have 1 test, we have 2 tests right here, and we have 3 tests right here. That's all I need. Whenever I see that, I know that that's going to be a level I pay attention to for possible trend continuation shorting opportunities. Now, what you probably don't see right now, and you may, if you're more advanced, you may see this wick pushing up, but this wick actually after the close below and the next candle pushed up into this area, and on a smaller time frame, a day trading time frame, let's say a 15-minute chart, you could have very possibly got a nice big move out of this market from there. But not only then, but after that, we ended up pushing up and doing that once more. And I actually had this level pointed out in a pro trader report, an email that we sent out to traders. If you look right here, I'll show you that. And again, this is not for me to say boast and say, look what I can do. Look, I can predict where markets are going to go. I'm wrong sometimes too. This doesn't work 100% of the time, but it works very often. And it's something I want to teach you how to do. The whole point of this isn't for me to boast, but for me to give you value and show you how to do it. And that's what I'm trying to do right now, is show you that in order to spot this level right here that's pointed out, the reason I had this level on my radar as a support level is because at the time last week, the market was, or might have been 2 weeks ago, whenever I sent out that pro trader report, the market was right here. And I asked myself, when I say right here, I mean right here to the right hand side of your screen, I asked myself, okay, well, what's the most recent level of support that I can look at for counter trend opportunities? If it's pushing down, what's the most recent level of support looking left that I can look at for counter trend opportunities? I found this wick. Once I found that wick, I scrolled back a little further and I saw that we had another level of support here. That's 2. Scrolling back a bit further, I noticed that we had resistance here, support in through here, and I told myself that's plenty. That's 4 different tests of a level that was the most recent level. With that being the case, it's a counter trend area that I want to pay attention to for possible trading opportunities. And I did, and doing so allowed me to grab some pips out of this counter trend move pushing up, and again, grab some pips from this counter trend move pushing down. These are both levels that I pointed out in the Pro Trader report that you've probably already seen a couple of times, so I won't put it up again. But another thing I'm going to point out now is the second levels, right? We do 2, because if the market takes off really, really quickly, you want to make sure you're prepared for that. If we have some huge news event and this market just takes off and busts through your first level without giving you any kind of entry on a smaller time frame, which, let me go over that really quickly. We're talking, I don't mean to jump subjects, but we're talking about these levels of structure being important. These levels of structure on their own are not the most important things. They are important. They're something you need to understand, you need to know, but in these levels, I personally drop down to smaller time frames and look for price action patterns and candlestick patterns in order to actually get involved in the market. If the market just blows through this level, I'm not going to place a trade just because we get down to the 105.09 level on the dollar yen. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to just place random trades in these zones. I need specific patterns and specific entries that I teach in the EAP training program that I actually use in order to get involved in these areas. You can create your own trading plan if you would like. You don't have to, that wasn't a sales pitch for the EAP, although it is in the description if you'd like to check it out. Make sure to click that link, but otherwise, we will continue looking at the dollar yen. The second level is right here. Why is this level number 2? We already have our first level here. If we zoom the chart out, I said, well, you know, where is the second level of structure support I could look at for possible counter trend plays? And that level did not come for a very long distance back. I saw this support level. If we look at our line, remember, we have our green and black line already on the screen. This is already our first zone. So all I did was look below that. Looking below that, I noticed this is our next level of support. Looking left, we have another test of resistance here, another test of resistance here. That's 3. That's all I need. If I have 3 tests and it's the next most recent level, then it counts as support. And I went ahead and did a third level because I know if the market gets down to this level at 100 even on the dollar yen, I'm going to be begging for a long opportunity. But that's a really long distance away considering where price is right now. So for right now, what we're looking at on the dollar yen is I really want to see, since this market has bounced around, let me start like this. Since this market has bounced around between these 2 levels so much, the 2 zones that I created in the PTR, since this market has bounced around those 2 zones so much, I'm actually not going to be looking for trading opportunities in those zones anymore. I've already gotten 3 trading opportunities out of this. I got the first bounce out of this, I got the second bounce coming down, and I got the third bounce going back up. I don't want to be looking for more trading opportunities in this because eventually these consolidation areas break out. I don't want to be caught in that breakout. So what I'm going to do is wait for the breakout and then the pullback. That's what I would really like to see, especially on the dollar yen. If we break down, considering this market's already in a pretty heavy downtrend, I would like to see the breakdown, breaking below this previous wick. I almost said week, breaking below that previous wick and then pushing back up to the 104.68 level would give me a good opportunity for possible trend continuation trades. I'll be looking for long trades around 103.2, between that and 103. If we push up, I'm not, again, looking for any kind of trades in this area, but if we get above that area, it'll be a good place to look for possible long opportunities out of the dollar yen. That's exactly what I'm looking at on the dollar yen pair. Let's go ahead and move on now to the Aussie dollar. We're going to do all 5 of the major pairs, the top major pairs, which are the euro dollar, dollar yen, Aussie dollar, pound dollar, and dollar Swiss, if you didn't know. So the Aussie dollar, here we are on this chart. I did the same exact thing. The market is right where the market is. If I had a horizontal line there, would be right here. Since the market's right here, I asked myself, what's the most previous level of structure? It's right here, right? This is the most previous level of structure that was broken. So since that's the most previous level of structure that was broken, I zoomed the chart out, asked myself, was it tested multiple times? You can see right here, it was tested once. With this wick, I count as twice. Here, I count as 3 times. And actually, right here, I would count as 4 times. With that being the case, if the Aussie dollar makes it up to 0.6859, that is an area I will be looking for possible trend continuation shorting opportunities out of this market. We've already made it down to the support level, what I classified as a support level, a major level, because of the same exact reasons. If we look left, right here, there were multiple times this market tested this level as support. I counted it as a counter trend move, and this came down to the pip, to the 0.6679 level. I mean to the pip. Came down to the pip of that level with this long wick and then shot up for a pretty big gain. That's a level I will not be paying attention to for possible long trades at this point, because if the market gets down there again, I'm supposing, considering the trend, these are all things you do have to consider, even trading with just structure. Considering the trend of this market, I would predict that this market's going to break through that level if we get down there again. Once we break through that level, though, then this will be a good zone for possible shorting opportunities going forward, and that's something I will be looking for. But at the moment, the next resistance levels I'm looking at, again, 0.6859 will be the first resistance level I'll look at. If we push above that, I'll be looking around 0.6942 for my next level of possible resistance, which at that time will be a counter trend play here on the Aussie dollar. Now, moving down, if we go down, if the market pushes down, like I just said, waiting for that pullback up, if we break below this wick, to that wick or so, and then possible short trades, and there was nothing, and I mean no structure looking left on the Aussie dollar until 0.64. And in that zone's a level I will be looking for counter trend opportunities, but that seems to be a pretty long distance away. Another little hint, in between these areas where, let's say, you have this level of support and the next level is a long ways away, it's great to look for possible trend continuation opportunities like flag patterns on small day trading time frames in these types of zones. So with that being the case, and since we have done the Aussie dollar analysis now, let's move on to the pound dollar. Here we are on the pound dollar. We have another level that I actually predicted. I think I predicted this in a pro trader report. If I did, it'll be to the left. If I didn't, then sorry, I thought I did. But anyway, this was a level I had pointed out. It was between, actually no, this was in a previous video. Let me play that clip really quick so you can see the analysis behind it and see that I pointed out this level, and I will be right back. It's super short, less than 10 seconds. So check that clip out. I'll be right back. Pound dollar. Looking left, we have to go a very long distance back to find a level of support. This level is a level I'm going to look at for possible bounces. One of the main reasons for that is because of the fact that we have been so hard selling off here on the pound dollar and most of the pound pairs. So with that being the case, I am expecting some type of counter trend bounce, and really we've already got down to the zone. So either this is the bounce. Okay, so in that clip you saw that we said we were already in our zone on the pound dollar that was around 1.1996, but the zone went up to a little over 1.2. With that being the case, the market hit that zone and pushed up. Same exact analysis, right? Looking for counter trend plays. If we look like this and we say that the market is right here, if I look to the left from that, then I have to find my most recent level of structure. Right here, support. Right here, support. There was another test looking left. That equals 3. This almost looks like a face. Let me draw that in. Some teeth. I'm just playing. Okay. So at this point, you can see that that was a level of support. With that being a level of support, a level of major support based on my rules being most recent and being that it was tested 3 times, That's why I decided to place this as a possible major level of support. Now, as for resistance, ask yourself the same question. Can you guess where the resistance level is? I know there's a black line on the chart, but just bear with me. It's right here, because this was the most recent level that was broken. And if we scroll the chart out, you can see that this level being the most recent and being tested multiple times in the past as support and as resistance. And with that being the case, multiple tests and being the most recent, these are very probable areas and probable zones for trading opportunities based on trend continuation or counter trend. So let's go ahead and give you the value part, the part that you can actually use in this video, which is what I'm paying attention to on the pound dollar. On the pound dollar, I'll be waiting to see if this market can make it up to around the 1.2399 level. If it does, I'll be looking for possible shorting opportunities on lower time frames. If this market pushes above that area, I'll be looking for possible shorting opportunities around 1.2489. And if we push lower, I'll be looking for possible long opportunities out of this zone once more. I don't think we're done with this zone. I think this zone can handle another bounce. Maybe not quite as big of a bounce. If we get down here again, maybe like a descending wedge formation, we could get a little bounce here, but that little bounce may give us 100, 150 pips, and that's something I like to take advantage of. So this zone between 1.20 and 1.1996 is a level that I will be paying attention to for possible long opportunities if the pound dollar gets down to that area. And the next level of support I saw on the pound dollar that I'm going to be paying attention to is around 1.1652. If we get down there, probably be a month from now, but if we get down there, then I'll be looking in that area for possible long opportunities, for counter trend opportunities right in there. That's the pound dollar. And for the last pair of the evening, I know this video has been stretched out and very long. Hopefully it's been extremely valuable. If so, click that like button, make sure you're subscribed. Also check out some of our free training linked in the description, which is just as good or better than what you're getting right now. Check out the dollar Swiss though. Let's look at this pair consolidating like crazy. We had a pro trader report right here in this area, which I'll put a screenshot of right over here. And as you can see, this market came into that area, actually pushed up above it with a wick, but we did find some resistance there, which is exactly what I expected based on that report. And moving forward on this, I'm not going to go through the step-by-step like I did before, because I think this video, again, is getting drawn out with me doing it step-by-step. Rewind the video if you're still not comprehending it quite enough. But in reality, I'm looking for a few different things on the dollar Swiss. I'll be waiting on this market to either push up to 0.9915. If we do, I'll be looking there for possible in this zone. Again, it's not necessarily the line. It's a zone here, maybe between 0.994 and 0.9915 for possible shorting opportunities. That's where I'll be looking for these, like, not really counter trend or trend continuation. We're in consolidation right now, but that is where I'll be looking for possible shorting opportunities. If we break above that, between 0.9988 and 1.0 is an area I'll look for shorting opportunities yet again if we do get above that first zone. If this market pushes down for support, I'm looking around 0.9676. That'll be an area of support. I'll look on lower time frames for possible long opportunities. Pushing below that level, if that happens, the next level I'm paying attention to is 0.9582. So hopefully you got value out of this video. That's exactly what I'm paying attention to on the top 5 major pairs, and that's exactly how I make really accurate predictions each and every week, and how you can make really accurate predictions every week and improve your trading, which is the whole purpose of this channel. If you enjoyed that, then make sure you check out some of the free training listed below. We have much more incredible material just like this in the description. Also, we have some paid programs down there if you're interested in speeding up your journey. And if you want to take advantage of some of the discounts we have going on for Labor Day, then all of that will be in the description below. The Pro Trader Report is a report I send out each and every week to subscribers of that. It's less than coffee each week. It's, I think, a little over $20 a month, but I give you the top trading zones that I'm looking at, not only on the top 5 major pairs, but on every single currency pair. So if you're interested in that, link in the description as well. I hope you have a great rest of your day, rest of your week trading. Hope you got value out of this. Check out some of our other free content. If you're not interested in paying for anything, that's totally fine. Make sure you subscribe so you're alerted about this free content. Again, I wish you the best of luck in all your future trades, and I will talk to you next time. See you soon.